Hey there, I'm Josh, and this is Bread, a guided devotional series to help you connect with God in a meaningful way. On about 5 minutes. A couple things to remember about bread. So we'll have a verse and meditation. Number 2, we'll say the Lord's Prayer together. Number 3, we'll make declarations over our day. Now let's look at the verse. This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, the very first verse in the Bible. It says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters." A couple things to know about this verse. This words formless and empty. The Hebrew here is tohu and bohu, and it actually means dark and chaotic. Formless, chaotic, empty, darkness. And it says the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And this is just a note to know is that the writer of Genesis was Moses, and the ancients, when they thought of creation, they didn't necessarily think like we do about creation. In our mindset, in a Western mindset, we think primarily of creation ex nihilo, like something out of nothing. But the ancients, the way they perceived creation was what brought order from chaos. They often associated chaos as being the beginning, and Moses keyed in on this. He was making a very, very strong theological point about who God was, is that God hovered over the chaos and the darkness. And he did create the heavens and earth, but he moved upon that darkness, that chaos. And he brought order to it. And, you know, the word here that the Spirit hovered, it's actually also, you know, another term uses he brooded over it, like a mother hen broods over her baby chicks or over her eggs. And it's amazing to think that in the chaos of our lives, that God can move upon us. And he really did something special as he moved over the darkness and the chaos. And this is the whole process of Genesis chapter 1, is that he went from from darkness to light, and from chaos to order. And the amazing thing is that he can do the same thing for us in our lives. He can take the things that are certain uncertainty, and he can make them a perfect order. You know, God uses all things, right, for good to those who love him. But God is able to do something really productive out of the mess and the messes that we've made. And that's your meditation for today. Jesus taught us to pray when he said, this is how you should pray. He taught us the Lord's Prayer. So let's say this together. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Amen. And now, declarations over our day. Would you say this with me? Say it out loud. I can do this. God sees me. God is with me. I'm made for meaningful work. I am reflecting on my work and seeing what is good. God is bringing order and light in my life. we learned today, right? And I'm going to rock this day. Feels pretty good to say. Thanks to our contributors. And thank you for spending some time today here at Bread. I'm glad that we got to do this together. Bye-bye.